First Filipinos. Many historians and scientists believe that the first inhabitants of the Philippine Islands emerged during the Pleistocene period. There are two theories on where the inhabitants, first Filipinos, came from, namely Beyer's migration theory and Jocano's evolution theory. Noted social scientist Henry Otley Beyer believes
Forward
that
to the
Filipinos
shore.
descended
We
from different
paddle as
groups
one.
that came from Southeast Asia in successive waves of migration. Each group had a distinct culture with its own customs and traditions, while Jocano believes that Asians, including Filipinos, are the result of a lengthy process of evolution and migration. The first migrants were what Beyer called the Dawn Men, or cavemen, because they lived in caves. The Dawn Men resembled Java Man, Peking Man, and other Asian Homo sapiens who existed about 250,000 years ago. They did not have any knowledge of agriculture and lived by hunting and fishing. It was precisely in search of food that they came to the Philippines by way of the land bridges that connected the Philippines and Indonesia. Owing perhaps to their migratory nature, they eventually left the Philippines for destinations unknown. The second group of migrants was composed of dark-skinned pygmies called Atis or Negritos. About 30,000 years ago, they crossed the land, bridged from Malaya, Borneo, and Australia until they reached Palawan, Mindoro, and Mindanao. They were pygmies who went around practically naked and were good at hunting, fishing, and food gathering. They used spears and small flintstones weapons. The Atas were already in the Philippines when the land bridges disappeared due to the thinning of the ice glaciers and the subsequent increase in seawater level. This natural events forced them to remain in the country and become its first permanent inhabitants. Because of the disappearance of the land bridges, the third wave of migrants was necessarily skilled in seafaring. These were the Indonesians, who came to the islands in boats. They were more advanced than the Eaters in that they had tools made out of stone and steel, which enabled them to build sturdier houses. They engaged in farming and mining, and used materials made of brass. They wore clothing and other body ornaments. Last to migrate to the Philippines, according to Beyer, were Malays. They were believed to have come from Java, Sumatra, Borneo, and the Malay Peninsula more than 2,000 years ago. Like the Indonesians, they also traveled in boats. The Malays were brown-skinned and of medium height, with straight black hair and flat noses. Their technology was said to be more advanced than that of their predecessors. They engaged in pottery, weaving, jewelry making, and metal smelting, and introduced the irrigation system in rice planting. During the same period, trade relations become of trend, and intermarriages among the natives and foreign traders such as the Chinese, Japanese, Arab, and the Hindu have also become common. The mixing of races resulted in a distinct breed of peoples in Palawan that may be characterized by both physical stature and feature. If this part of history blew your mind, hit the 500 like, share your reaction in the comments, and subscribe the channel. Turn on bell notification.